Hey everyone!
Welcome to
back
the podcast.
And I'm Adi and I'm here with my amazing co-host.
Hi, I'm Michelle.
I am Kira, and behind the scenes we have Jesse as our cameraman.
Today's episode is going to be a very good one. We're diving into the world of venture capital. You've probably heard of a startup news or a startup show called Shark Tank. Have you guys heard of Shark Tank?
Yeah, for sure, it's very popular. What about you, Miss?
Yeah,
Do you like watching it?
it's okay.
Oh,
Quite okay.
So that wasn't your inspiration to become a venture capitalist?
No,
is it?
no.
Okay.
Pretty cool. We're joined by our special guest, Miss Melissa, Irene.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here, Miss.
So before we dive in, let me give you guys a quick intro about Miss Melissa and some of the amazing things that she has done so far. So Miss Melissa is currently the youngest partner of East Ventures, with over 10 years of experience in investing in startup companies and also early stage companies. She has contributed to the development of internal projects at East Ventures such as Foray Coffee and also Warung Pitar. In 2020, she was ranked first in Indonesia's Young Women Future Business Leaders by SWA.
Okay, so not to mention, Miss Melissa was also once a student at Binus International. So she basically had gone through what we are currently going through right now. So how was your university life back in Binus International, Miss?
Wow. It brings the memory back as I walk down the toilet actually. Like it's been some time. So I joined BINUS in 2011 and graduated 2015 studying accounting. So with Miss Valen, Miss Yanti and a lot of like great teachers as well over here. I enjoyed studying. I was also involved in a debating club called Bipeds, which helped. So my university years is mix of attending classes and also going on debate competitions back then.
Oh, so you were an active student, yeah, Miss? Yeah.
Okay lah.
Okay, so first off, would you mind describing what venture capital is to those who might still be not unfamiliar with it?
So venture capital can be described in simple terms as a company that invests in high promising startups. So the way it works, it raises funds from limited partners and manage it so it can generate multiple returns back to the LP.
Oh, I see. So before we jump further into our talk about venture capital, we first want to know how did you jump into the world of venture capital and why did you decide to become a venture capitalist considering you were more familiar into accounting rather than finance?
Yeah, I think when I was at my uni year, the talk of the topic was like, oh, I want to join big four companies. I think this most of the students would say like how to apply and all, or if not other MNC companies. But this opportunity came quite interestingly. So I through the debating club, I have a very good friend. His name is Benny. He's in IS. So he actually delved into this world before. So at one time we were, and I was actually active in business competition. So we were doing a half price business competition. I'm not sure if it is still here today. So one team with Benny and two other guys were actually also in venture capital. And they were like suddenly showing me name cards. I was like, hey, how do you know this guy? Like they were showing me like they met like a high level rank of like multinational company or like a consulting company who actually are people who want to start their own business, their startups. So they actually meet my friend. I felt like, hey, you become pretty cool now. Like, you know, all these people. There are even artists that want to meet him because he works at the venture capital. So he was like, why not you try? Like, why not you come and join, help me in the firm? And I'm like, as long as, because I was on my last semester, I was just doing my paper with Miss Valen, and I have a lot of free time. I'm like, I don't want to be having nothing to do, right? Like, because there's only just this paper and only one class every week. So it's like, as long as the place wants to take me, I'm not yet I'm not graduate, I'm not intern within my internship period. And apparently the boss was just like, okay, you come in, and that's the beginning of it.
So it highlights the importance of networking also, yeah, Miss?
Yes. I mean, you don't know your friend. I mean, like the good thing about this uni is that it's quite small. So, I mean, like through the debating club, I make friends with the people from IS, communication, fashion. No, like apparently then he connected and then I stayed for the firm for 10 years. I don't know, I wouldn't stay this long as well.
I see,
Yeah.
I see.
So why did you choose East Venture specifically?
It's actually as simple as it's the company that wanted to take me that time because I was applying to other. No, I interned at PNG before actually, and it's a 3 months internship, and I told my boss back then like, can you take me and like don't need to pay me or like whatever. I just want to
Experience.
not work. I just want to do something during these idle days, and they say okay. Then I think they are afraid they will force into like not child labor, but you can't take people, not pay like whatever, or like every place I apply, they were like, oh no, we cannot take, but this like they would take. So, I mean, I didn't really think like I want to go here, but it just happens like that. It's actually a very good house. Yeah.
So what are the benefits and risks of being a venture capitalist?
Benefits and risk. From job point of view, I think the benefit is the network. I felt that through this job we meet a lot of people. So we meet a lot of people who are maybe in professional, who think about like starting their own business. We meet even students who think about like starting their own businesses. So we meet a different variety of people. We meet people from different regions. So that time a lot of people from other parts of the world, they were thinking of investing in Indonesia. So we get to meet a lot of people as well. I think the other side of the coin is whether or not we are ready for it, is that we invest in many companies. So you can't predict like which one run into trouble. So you just need to be ready. If someone would ring you at 3 a.m., you just need to pick up the call. There might be an emergency coming out and you are in Jakarta one day, you need to be in Surabaya the day after, and then you might need to be in Singapore the next day. You just need to be always be ready. Yeah.
What makes a startup attractive? How do you value a startup, and how do you plan to invest on a startup?
It's interesting. It's like it's more art than science, right? We discuss among the group. You guys are very active, so I really enjoyed it a lot. So it's at the end it's a people business because you invest. Our operation, we are venture capital that invest in early stage companies. So we can invest in companies where there's no product, there is no revenue. It can be just a person. So that's the most important one, right? Do you believe that this is a trustworthy founder to be investing on? Do you believe that this is the high impact founders that can generate that level of return to you? So first we assess the founders, and second we look at the potential addressable market. So okay, you say that this is a good person, you can trust, there's a high level of energy, you think that they can run for a long-term marathon type of like entrepreneur journey, but what is the market that they are addressing, right? So you want to be in a market that is big enough. So some of the sayings is that you want it to be in a market that is at least valued of $1 billion, right? So if it is less than that, it could be a big fish in a too small pot. So you want to make sure that it's a good founder, but also effective in terms of like the market that you are targeting. So for example, we talk about e-commerce, right? It's a very big market because all the trades that's been made possible through e-commerce. So you talk about travel, for example, so many flights, so many travels that's happening. So it's a big industries. So you think about like what are the top industries, top market that you can attract for. So then you try to invest, because at the end technology is not, when you talk about startups, it's not a new company, right? You think about like e-commerce. It's the same as a place where buyer and sellers meet, right? Or in our older days, it's like your Mangga Dua, your malls, your whatever, your retail stores. It's the same concept, but how do you create a avenue, a place where that process of buying or selling, one, is more efficient, one, second, maybe can be more frequent, and third, you can make money out of operating that platform. So those are the types. So a good entrepreneur and a big potential market.